Lois, that was amazing.
This is mine. This is where my babies come from.
These are times the Griffin family's biggest problem wasn't Peter, it was Lois. Episodes where she lights the fire herself and everyone else just happens to live in the house. A car gambled away at a rest stop, a black belt she can't put back down, 3 years in prison, and a modeling career that nearly takes her apart. They're spread across 3 different eras of the show, and every one of them has the same shape.
Lois, what the are you doing out there?
Not listening to you for once, Daddy. And look what happened. I had a lot of fun.
She finds something that feels good. She goes too far with it, the family pays for it, and by the end of the episode, nothing has changed. Let's start the show. Season 1, Episode 6, The Sun Also Draws, is the first time the show ever let Lois be the one who ruins something. The setup belongs to Chris, who hates the Youth Scouts, would rather draw, and is far too scared to tell Peter any of that.
Meg, I don't want to be in the Scouts anymore. I just want to draw. Listen, I was kind of hoping you could tell Dad.
His problem solves itself when he runs over the troop leader at the soapbox derby and gets thrown out.
Your boy is out of the Scouts.
Jeez, who died and made you President Nixon?
Look, it's been 2 years. Your idiot son hasn't earned a single merit badge.
Peter refuses to accept it, loads everyone into the car, and points the whole family towards Scout headquarters in Manhattan.
What was that?
Nothing.
Peter, the car is making funny noises. Are you okay?
Somewhere on the highway, Peter announces he's fine as long as he keeps his mind on driving, and then he drinks a prune smoothie. What follows is about a minute of roadside signage. They pull off at the nearest exit, which turns out to be a Native American casino.
Wow, an Indian casino.
Yeah, I gotta find me the stink lodge.
And while Peter deals with his situation, Lois wanders onto the floor with nothing to do.
Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to New York?
Well, sure, but what's your hurry, ma'am? Don't you want to play a little first?
A video poker machine catches her eye, and she sits down at it.
I didn't know you know how to play poker, Lois.
Yeah.
Well, how you doing?
Yeah.
That's good, honey. Let's go.
Yeah.
She's still sitting there a good while later, and this is the part worth sitting with, because up to this episode, the show ran on one very specific default. Peter does something stupid, Lois plays the adult in the room, order gets restored. This is the first time the writers pointed that gun the other way. Alex Borstein, who voices Lois, worked on the script for this one, and she was the first woman on the Family Guy writing staff, which means her first episode is the one where Lois gambles away the family car, because that's exactly what happens. Lois loses the car, not money, the car, and the family ends up standing in a casino parking lot with no way home.
I'm not gonna panic. I just need to go back into the casino and find a high roller who will pay $1 million to sleep with my wife.
What? That's ridiculous.
Meg has something to say about this, given that she has just earned her driver's license.
Hey, don't talk about your mother that way. She is not an Iron.
Lois tries to explain herself, telling everyone it seemed like a good cause because members of the tribe all get a share of the casino's profits. Peter makes her repeat that sentence, and then repeat it again, in pieces. That's all he needed.
Everyone in the tribe gets a share of the casino's profits?
That's it. Let's go.
Peter marches up to the casino's tribal council and announces that he is, in fact, a member of the tribe, and they don't believe him for a second.
Oh, I come from a long line of you people. My great-grandfather's name was Chief Grand Cherokee.
Their solution is to send him on a vision quest to prove it, a made-up test they later admit to Lois was completely fake. Into the woods, Peter goes with no food, no water, and no shoes.
Peter, please don't do this. We can buy another car. I'll give extra piano lessons on Sunday.
While Chris tags along, hoping to finally tell his father he doesn't want to be a scout. Delirium sets in far enough that Peter holds a full conversation with several trees.
Oh my God, I'm communicating with nature. If one of you falls and there's no one around, do you make a noise?
One of whom has been complaining about a fall for a week. Fonzie then turns up as his spirit guide and tells him to listen to his son.
And Griffin, right now, your son needs you to listen to him. Whoa!
Peter listens to his son. It's a nice moment, and it has nothing whatsoever to do with why any of them are out there.
I probably don't say this often enough, but I'm really proud of you, Chris.
Thanks, Dad.
They come back, they get the car, and the council is quietly devastated that a man with no connection to the tribe just had a real vision quest when none of them ever has.
Oh, I want a spiritual vision too, man. I guess we've lost touch with our noble roots.
One of them does the math on what the tribe's soul is worth per week and decides the number is about right. That's the entire resolution.
but thanks to him, me and Chris have never been closer.
Lois loses the family car. The episode fixes it by having Peter lie his way into a fake spiritual journey, and nobody mentions it again. Keep that in mind, because it's going to happen 3 more times.
Season 3, Episode 7, Lethal Weapons, is the one where Lois gets very good at hurting people and then can't find the off switch. It starts with the leaves. Every autumn, Quahog fills up with tourists from New York who have driven several hours to look at trees changing color, and the whole town sits on edge before anything actually happens.
We're gonna be late for church.
Move it! Damn leafers.
Bonnie Swanson invites Lois along to a Taijutsu class, and Lois turns out to be a natural.
Wow, you're doing great for your first lesson.
I'm really cutting loose, just like Julie Andrews in that movie where she showed her breasts.
She climbs the ranks fast and comes out the other side a black belt, which is a sentence the show does not spend a lot of time justifying. Her first real test arrives on the street, where Peter nearly gets into a fight with one of the tourists, and Lois steps in and handles the man herself before anything can start.
Holy crap!
Oh my God.
Lois and Brian both assume Peter is humiliated by this. Wife fights the guy. Husband stands there. Humiliation isn't what Peter feels, though. What Peter sees is a business. Within days, he's putting her in front of people. There's a stand, there's a crowd, and he runs his wife as an attraction whose main feature is beating up New Yorkers, until Lois has to remind him that she is not a sideshow anymore.
I want you to get rid of all of this right now, because I am never fighting again. Ever.
Come on, Chris, we'll have to go to Plan B.
Which raises the question of when exactly she was won the first time. This is where it turns, because you can't fight every day and then simply not fight. Lois stops being able to switch it off, and she attacks her own instructor at the dojo.
Lois, that was amazing! Congrats!
This is mine. This is where my babies come from.
That night, Peter says no and Lois goes ahead anyway. The show plays it as a joke, and it isn't one, and it's not the part worth laughing at.
Actually, I sort of have a headache, kinda. See, maybe tomorrow or...
Take them off.
Yeah, okay, honey.
What matters for the story is that the next morning Peter tells Brian about it, and it's the first time anyone in that house admits out loud that something has gone wrong with her. Meanwhile, Stewie catches Peter eating his graham crackers and hits him with a baseball bat, and Lois, watching a baby assault her husband over a snack, arrives at a conclusion.
What did you do?
It looks like he freed the beast all over the back of Peter's head.
Oh my God. This is my fault.
She decides the family has an anger problem. Not her, the family. She takes Stewie to the Quahog Child Psychology Center to get it dealt with professionally, and Stewie attacks the psychiatrist, which closes the therapy route.
I know who's responsible for Stewie's behavior, but if I told you who it was, Lois would beat the crap out of me.
Now, just a minute.
Brian tries the chemical route instead, handing everyone what he describes as mood-elevating pills, and for a few minutes the Griffins are the calmest, most harmonious family in Rhode Island.
What country should we do next?
Monaco! Oh, wait, that's a principality.
Then he admits the pills were nothing. They were placebos, and everyone was doing that on their own. The calm lasts exactly as long as the lie does. Peter and Lois start arguing again. This time it goes physical, and this time Peter holds his own, which he has never managed before.
That's right. Oh, you can't hit me. I'm a girl.
Sometimes I wonder.
Chris cheers his father on. Meg turns on Chris and tells him their father started it, and Chris delivers the line this entire video is built on, pointing out that it was their mother who lost control. Meg pokes him for that. Chris explains that he doesn't like being touched, and then demonstrates. Brian and Stewie start fighting each other for no stated reason at all, and within about 15 seconds, every member of the Griffin family is fighting every other member of the Griffin family. And the inside of the house stops existing. They only stop when Peter ends up wearing the back half of a horse painting, and they all realize how ridiculous this has become. They laugh, and it's a genuinely warm moment. Then Stewie hits Lois with a chair. When they finally run out of energy, sitting in the wreckage of their own living room, the family works out what caused all this. It was television, obviously. Not the black belt, not the fight promotion, not the woman who has spent 2 acts assaulting people, but television.
Yeah, TV is dangerous. Why the doesn't the government step in and tell us what we can and can't watch?
Peter decides to take that a step further and criticize the network directly. Lois warns him not to, and Peter wants to know what they could possibly do about it. The animation budget answers him. Still ahead, the one where she goes to prison, and the one where the show does the exact same story 2 weeks running. Season 4, Episode 9, Breaking Out is Hard to Do, is the big one, the one where the whole family ends up as fugitives. It starts as small as it possibly could. Lois is at the grocery store, she's short at the checkout, and she has to put something back, so she carries a ham over to the meat department. Then she slides it into her purse and walks out. She gets away with it, and she likes getting away with it.
Hey, is that ham? I thought you put that back.
Oh, no, I put the other ham back.
I don't remember another ham.
So she does it again, and then she does it a lot.
Oh my God, that was such a rush! I'm alive!
Somewhere in the middle of a supermarket run, Chris gets pulled bodily into the Take On Me music video and spends a while living inside a pencil sketch. He comes back with no memory of where he's been, and Lois hasn't noticed he was gone.
Chris, where have you been?
I don't know.
For what it's worth, the show didn't reuse the original footage for that. They rotoscoped the whole thing from scratch on the grounds that redrawing an entire music video was easier than editing one. The spree escalates. She started with a ham, and she works her way up to stealing a Matisse.
Hey, is that an original Matisse?
Hey, Bonnie, listen, why don't you stop with the questions, huh? You're ruining everyone's good time.
Brian notices, catching her in an auto parts store halfway through taking a muffler, and he tells her that this isn't going to fix whatever she thinks it's fixing. He compares her to a well-known actress, and Lois assumes he means the shoplifting. He means the acting.
Brian, I'm out of control, but I don't know what to do. I'm just hooked on the rush of shoplifting. I haven't felt a thrill like this in a long time.
The conversation works. Lois listens to him and agrees to give everything back.
Let me rub your belly.
Oh, put it back. Oh.
And she's loading the stolen goods into the car to return them when Brian says it's lucky she stopped before the police caught on. Joe arrests her in the parking lot. That's the cruelest beat in the episode, and the show does not slow down for it.
Oh my God, I am so embarrassed. Let me just get my purse.
She'd already decided to stop, and it didn't matter. In court, Lois delivers a sincere and fairly moving speech about a hole in her life that she was trying to fill with things, while somewhere in the gallery, Quagmire is listening to a completely different speech. The judge is genuinely moved, and he's about ready to let her walk, which is when Lois steals his gavel.
2 years in the state prison. Ah, man, that is bogus. Order in the court. Okay, 3 years.
3 years is the sentence, and then Peter sneezes during the sentencing and the judge pushes it to 5. Peter follows that up with something to the judge that ought to have made it 15, and somehow negotiates it back down to 3. Lois accepts it. Brian points out she could be out in 2 with good behavior, and in prison she's fine. She's genuinely fine.
I'm fisty. That's stabby and that's balls. Pull up a chair, we're playing cards.
Oh, okay.
The house is not fine. Within days, the Griffin home has garbage on every surface, wild animals wandering through the kitchen, and Stewie in a diaper situation so far gone that he has stopped eating entirely because there's nowhere left to put anything.
Hey, what's this?
Mustard.
Oh, that's right, we had hot dogs last week. You gonna eat that?
The mustard on your shoulder? No.
Peter makes a decision. During a prison visit, he smuggles his wife out of a correctional facility by putting her in his mouth. They get into a laundry van, and the Griffins, now a family of fugitives.
My God, you know what this means? You're all accessories to my escape.
She's right. We're fugitives from the law.
Start a new life in Quahog's Asian town, where they rent a terrible apartment, and Peter becomes convinced that every man he passes is Jackie Chan. One of them is.
I can't believe we have to live here.
Oh, this sucks.
He immediately makes the same mistake about Meg. Worth knowing about this stretch, one gag from it was cut from the original broadcast for being racially offensive, and then quietly restored on the home release. That's a real thing that happened, and it should tell you roughly what the next 4 minutes of this episode are like. They build lives there. Chris drives a rickshaw.
Where are you from?
Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo. Yeah, it's a great town. A lot of people, though.
Yep.
Peter becomes a sumo wrestler.
Would you say qualifies you to work as a sumo wrestler?
Oh, are you kidding? I'm a born athlete.
And he is bad at it, which is the only genuinely surprising thing in that sentence. He's bad at it on television, and Joe sees him.
Hey, Mom! Mr. Swanson's here to visit us.
What?
Oh my God, we gotta get out of here!
What follows is a chase through Asian Town by rickshaw, then into the sewers, where the Griffins run into the kids from the Goonies and Peter makes one of them do his party trick before offering some thoughts on childhood obesity.
What the you doing? It's wet down there, Brian. Jesus, worse than that time I did with Carl Malden.
Joe then commandeers a police helicopter, gets attacked by T-fighters, destroys them, and carries on. Lois is the one who stops running, and she's the only one who does.
Look, honey, it was very sweet of you to break me out of jail, but I did something wrong, and I'm the one who should pay, not my whole family.
She decides she's not going to keep dragging her family through this and surrenders, which means she's standing still, not running when Joe slips and nearly goes off the ledge.
Oh my God, Joe! Joe, you're too heavy! I can't hang on!
She saves his life, and he's grateful enough to get her sentence thrown out. 3 years, a prison break, and a multi-vehicle pursuit involving aircraft, all canceled by a favor. Lois goes home, and nobody mentions it again. The next week, the show ran the same story with different
Brian, I'm sorry.
No, you know what? It's not cool, Peter. It's not cool.
Season 4, Episode 10, Model Misbehavior, aired 7 days later, Episode 59 and Episode 60, back-to-back. The family is visiting the Pewterschmidts.
Lois, darling, it's wonderful to see you.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Daddy.
Grandpa!
Hello, everyone.
And Lois goes through her old bedroom and finds her teenage modeling photos, which reminds her, in about 4 seconds, that the reason she never modeled is that her father wouldn't let her.
My girl is not lowering herself to modeling. That sort of uncouth activity is below this family. Now go away, I'm busy.
Peter spends the visit trying to get onto Carter's boat racing crew, phrases the request extremely badly, and gets punched for it.
I won't have a member of my family racing in a bathtub.
Well, Daddy, you didn't want Peter in your boat, so Team Griffin is gonna give you a run for your money.
The Griffins then enter the regatta themselves in a bathtub and win, mostly by removing weight from the boat. Meg is the weight. Riding that, Lois confronts her father, telling him she knows what he did and she's going to do it anyway.
Lois, what the are you doing out there?
Not listening to you for once, Daddy. And look what happened. I had a lot of fun.
Back home, she announces this to the family. Peter announces what he plans to do with the photographs. Chris says the same thing, and nobody reacts, and then Meg says the same thing, and Peter throws her out of the house.
That's your mother.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Get out. Get out of this house.
Her first job is a modeling gig for Mort Goldman's pharmacy, and it does not stay a pharmacy. Within what feels like a month, she's shooting for the major magazines and landing covers, and Peter is proud of her.
Could I be a hose on you to sign one of your flyers for me?
Of course, Cleveland.
Oh, man, I can't believe I'm sleeping with a model.
In the specific way where he introduces her at the Drunken Clam like a raffle prize. The pride curdles the moment he notices other men looking at her, and they fight.
Lois, if you being a model means you're gonna be eye candy for the whole town, and I ain't going for it.
Excuse me? Who do you think you are, my father?
Peter's contribution to that fight is asking her the same catwalk question from that song, roughly 9 times.
This is important to me. I am going to the top, and there's nothing you or anyone else can do about it.
That same evening, her agent turns up with new headshots, a booking, and a bottle of diet pills, telling Lois she'll need them to stay on top.
I'm not gonna take these. I don't need to.
Lois, sooner or later, every model needs a little boost, huh?
Lois takes them. She starts staying out all night, and she stops being at home. The pills do what pills do, and within a few weeks, the people who see her every day don't recognize her, while the people she works for treat that as a professional achievement.
I was just out with some of the girls, and you're not gonna believe this. I got invited to a Vogue magazine party.
The episode spends a long time showing you exactly what it's costing her. We don't need to.
Go ahead, try them out.
Peter goes to Carter for help, and Carter agrees on the condition that Peter eats a pine cone.
It's me. How is it? How does it taste?
It's awful.
Finish it. Eat it.
I hate it.
Eat it.
The two of them pull Lois out of a Vogue party and bring her home, and Carter tells her she's quitting, which is the exact thing he told her when she was 17.
This isn't gonna work, you guys. Why can't you understand? I'm doing what I want.
Delivered in the exact same tone. Peter, who organized this entire intervention, hears it and switches sides, telling Carter it's her right to model if she wants to. Given the choice freely, for the first time in her life, Lois quits.
I think I owe you this.
That's actually a good ending. The show then knocks Carter unconscious and has Peter and Lois celebrate on top of him, so make of that what you will.
Let's have on his back like we used to.
Oh, what the is going on? Oh, ew, ew, ew!